Oh, that's crazy. Face of it.
Oh, hell no. Wait, no. That's weird. That's weird.
That's scary face.
You didn't put this here, Ty? No.
Some encounters don't begin with an attack. They begin with one detail that feels intentionally placed. From a tampered car hiding a man between parked vehicles, to strange bones and reflective eyes near a skinwalker cave. What would you do when the warning appears before the danger? Jimena Flaca is a live streamer and online creator known for her presence on Kick, where she posts real-life content showing pieces of her daily routine, social outings, and interactive broadcasts instead of focusing only on gaming. She has built an audience of tens of thousands on the platform, and her streams often feature real-world activities, along with direct interaction from viewers. On one particular day, after finishing a boxing workout, Jimena stopped at a Jamba Juice with a friend for a short break. But when they returned to the car, something immediately seemed wrong. The windshield wipers had been lifted, and the side mirrors showed obvious signs of being messed with. That was the moment the situation started to feel disturbing, because they quickly realized it did not appear accidental.
It's cold outside. I'm freaking freezing up in here. Oh my god. Guys, what would be the cold version? It's colder than Yeti Snatch. What the f is that? That makes no sense. Why is your things up? It's colder than Yeti Snatch. What the fuck is that? No, wait, I'm gonna drive off. That's a way for you. That's a way for sex trafficking. That's a way for you to get out the car and fix that and someone stabbed me under the fucking car. Oh, hell no. Wait, no. That's weird. That's weird. Nah, that's weird as fuck. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna drive with those up. Things. Oh my god, they put up my mirrors too. Wait. That's scary. It's because I can't drive. Without. I don't know if someone's gonna follow my car. I'm watching. Look, and Wait, who's this though? No, why would they only do that so you get out the car and fix it?
Between the parked vehicles, a dark figure can be seen. At the exact moment she begins driving away, a man suddenly stands up.
Oh, hell no. Wait, no. That's weird.
Viewers watching the live stream in real time felt that something seemed strange, but neither they nor the two girls noticed him at that moment. Only after the clip started spreading online did people begin pointing out the figure concealed between the cars. Some viewers believe this may have been part of a tactic meant to create a distraction. By tampering with a vehicle, someone could try to lure a person outside and catch them while they are vulnerable. You might ask why nothing happened while both girls were getting into the car, and the answer may be simple. One person alone is much easier to approach than two people together. If only one of them had stepped out to check the car, the situation could have turned out very differently. Moments like this can change instantly, when something minor becomes serious before you even understand what is happening. They decided to leave right away, but it raises a chilling question: if they had stepped out for even a few seconds, would everything have ended the same way? The video comes from American Renegade, US-based van life and nomadic living channel that shares real, unscripted moments from the road, ranging from daily routines to unexpected encounters in isolated places. It is February 23rd, 2016, somewhere in the southwestern United States. At a remote parking area, Alton has stopped in a quiet, secluded spot he often uses, preparing for a peaceful evening. Inside the van, everything seems normal. He sits in his usual place, eating soup and responding to comments. The area around him is calm and still, with nothing suggesting that anything strange is about to happen.
That place where I normally park, and they seemed to get out. I think it was 2 people, but they got out of the car. I couldn't see all that. Like I said, they were parked, right on the other side of the van here. And then all of a sudden, I feel the van move, just a tiny little rock. So I figured, okay, well, he got out and maybe stumbled into the van or, something. So then it happened again. The van kind of rocked a little bit, and then all of a sudden it rocked,
making the night feel like another ordinary stop rather than a camping encounter. Then, without warning, the van shifts slightly. It is only a small movement at first, but then it happens again, rocking the van a little more. When Alton looks toward the back, he notices something troubling.
Grab this bad boy here because I didn't, at the time, I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know if somebody was trying to or whatever. So yeah, I thought I was gonna have to start cracking some heads,
A dark figure appears near the rear storage box, where he keeps an expensive generator. The possibility that someone might be messing with the van quickly makes the situation feel serious. For a moment, he thinks about driving away, but instead remains where he is, keeping the headlights pointed toward the area while watching carefully, ready to leave if necessary.
And then I happened to look out the window and the car was gone. I was like, oh, well, okay. So I pulled back in the way I was and I backed into the same spot.
Then, almost as suddenly as it began, the vehicle nearby is gone, and the tension eases as the people leave the area. When Alton checks the back of the van, he realizes what caused the movement. Someone had simply sat on the rear storage box, leaving a small dent and making the van rock. What first seemed like a possible threat turns out to be harmless, but it still leaves an impact. The sudden movement, the shadowy figure, and the uncertainty create a brief but intense camping encounter that stays with him even after the moment is over. Sometimes a camping encounter feels dangerous because of what your mind fills in. But when something moves in the dark, would you really stay calm or immediately assume the worst? On February 12, 2024, Rob Parsons, creator of the YouTube channel Rob Parsons, records a solo gold prospecting journey along Tasmania's isolated west coast. His channel centers on gold searching, bushcraft, and outdoor survival. In this episode, Rob works a quiet creek where gold still remains, while traces of former miners sit scattered around. Abandoned tools in a place that once offered enough promise to keep men returning.
Good morning. I slept in again. 8:45. He's getting away from me. I'm gonna rush brekkie and get straight down there and start working. So I got my shovel, pan, classifier. I left the pickaxe, sluice box, and yabby pump. Got gloves, my mask, torch, batteries, and snuffer without the gold in it. Off to work we go. Feel a bit light not carrying the pickaxe. Feel like something's wrong. Anyway, pretty sure I've got everything. Got a new way to get down to the creek now, and it avoids a massive log jam, which is just in there. There's actually quite a good little track that runs through here all the way to where after that log jam is. And it's only coincidental, it's not because the old timers had it here. That stuff only fell down probably a year ago. It's all very fresh. Oh, no way. Shovel. Look at that. Oh, that's crazy. The old timer's shovel. That's mad. What the hell? Can't believe I just saw that. I just saw the face of it. Oh, there's heaps of stuff here. That's a fry pan. See that? Oh, gotta be so careful with it. Look at that. I've never actually properly explored that much inland. Like I've only really been along the creek because it's pretty easy going. But that's something I definitely need to do, is get in these hills a bit more. This place has got a lot of secrets.
Rob starts at his temporary forest camp, describing his goal to check untouched cracks along the creek. After gathering simple tools, he takes a fresh route down toward the water, avoiding fallen trees that block the older path. Along the way, he finds a rusty shovel and an old frying pan buried in the ground. Rob thinks they belong to miners who worked this creek more than 100 years earlier, probably keeping the spot hidden because it was so productive. The tools are still there, but the people who carried them have disappeared.
Alright, so here we are. Now the trick to running a sluice, so I'm told, is finding the right amount of flow and depth of water to run through it. Because you need the river to do the work for you, but you can't have too much flow running through it, otherwise you'll lose all of the material, including the gold. But you can't have too little either, otherwise none of the material works. Now, the rule of thumb is, I think, when you've got the right amount, you get like a little V in the top plate. So I'll have a bit of a play here and see if I can get that happening. See, that there is not looking too bad. It's pretty flat. It's got a nice, you can see the water running over the riffles there. There's some nice clay-like material mixed in with the hard-packed rocks. See if we can get some of that out. Get out what we can with the hands first. We're just going to feed the concentrates into the sluice box, and we'll do this about maybe 10 pans full, and then we'll check what we've caught in the sluice. Just take a spoonful and feed it in. I haven't quite got enough flow, so I'm going to have to help some of it over the lip. There's a nice visible piece of gold right there, so that's a very good start. If we can see gold, it means there might be more gold in here. I'm going to take this riffle plate off and we'll see what we caught in the mat. And we're going to gently shake off any material that's caught itself in the mat. You always want to make sure that your footprint of the mat is over the pan, because if you've got any gold, you don't want it falling outside of the pan. So I heard anyway. It's pretty good. Let's see what we got. So any gold we've got from the sluice mat will be sitting in the front part of this pan, and we'll just wash away all the light material to begin. Already got some heavies appearing, which is a great sign. There's what I'm looking at, some nice chunks coming through already. I guess that's the problem when you're working with these heavy sands and ironstone, is the gold isn't that much different to them in weight. So you got to be careful. So this here is 4 pans. That was about half hour sluicing. Oh! I lost a bit. Alright, that's enough of that. Not bad. Some good chunks in there. She's all chunky stuff. Nice.
Once in the creek, Rob places a sluice box where the water flows steadily. He explains how the current sorts heavy material, helping gold drop and collect. After running several buckets of gravel, small pickers start showing through the black sand. As he keeps working, the gold turns thicker and chunkier, proving this section of water still carries real value, even with obvious rewards. The creek shows no recent sign of active mining.
So I've just been working my way up towards this waterfall. Quite heavy the flow, but managed to find a few bits of gold, and I've just come across a nice little sun-baking nugget.
That's it right there. And if it wasn't so hard trying to film one-handed whilst trying to pry it out of its resting place with a face full of waterfall, you'd have a much better view of me dislodging it.
Nice little shit. Nice little egg. Little speckled egg. Might be a gram there, I reckon.
This spot began to show plenty more sunbakers, quite evident that the exposed surface of the bedrock was a thoroughfare for what we call a pay streak, a line that defines the path that gold travels in a stream. The small cracks in the bedrock provide the perfect place for the gold to get trapped as it travels over.
Crazy, I've moved up like another foot. Alright, it wasn't 3, it was only 2. I don't know what that other thing was, a yellow rock. It looked like gold, alright.
After working the rapid, I continued collecting the odd piece here and there, not knowing that I was about to find one of the best crevices I've ever found. For whatever reason, this crevice had been completely overlooked. The overhanging fold above it provided the perfect dropout zone for gold to fall into.
That's everything from today.
Rob later turns to sniping below a small waterfall, clearing cracks by hand beneath moving water. He finds visible gold resting right on bedrock, and then locates a tight crevice beneath sharp stone that others seem to have missed. This crack gives up some of the strangest and densest gold pieces from the trip.
Let's kick things off with day one's hole. First up, we've got this beautiful chunk, 6-7. The Golden Tooth, 0.42. A nice chunky picker, 0.43. Still nothing to sneeze at 0.43. The Golden Rabbit, 0.32. And day one's total, 12.69 grams. Next up, we've got day 2. And day 2's total, 10.41 grams, which means the 2 days combined, 23.13 grams.
Back at camp, Rob weighs the combined take from 2 days, showing more than 23 grams of gold, roughly matching the video's title. He sits by the fire, pleased with the outcome, surrounded by cold water, mud, and old forgotten history. Many viewers admired the creek's beauty and Rob's ability, but others noticed a troubling detail: valuable ground, forgotten tools, and no evidence of current claims. In places like this, riches alone cannot explain why people stop returning. If this creek once held enough gold to support a life, what caused those miners to abandon their tools? And why has nobody come back to finish the work? Brockus is the creator behind the YouTube channel that carries his name, together with his friends Carlos, Manny, Jonathan, and Eduardo. He explores locations often described as haunted, trying to find the truth behind disturbing local legends. One night, their search brought them to Haunted Hills in Albuquerque, a place with a grim reputation connected to stories about a hermit who allegedly dragged women up the hill and killed them. Carlos, who knew the area, said it was also associated with witchcraft, strange rituals, and dark figures seen moving through the brush.
In this video, we're going to be exploring mystery of the Haunted Hill here in Albuquerque. One of the reasons why this place is haunted is because a long time ago, there was this guy that killed women. This guy used to drag him up the hill and kill this innocent woman.
When I first started looking into it, it was basically about the main story is about this guy. He basically was like a hermit, from what I heard, and that he would like kidnap like mostly women. He would lure women up like this cave up here in the mountain, and he would fucking, I don't know if he like sexually abused them or anything like that, but he would kill them. Well, I've experienced like just seeing him or hearing him like walking, dragging bodies, stuff like that. You can be on the trail because this is a big trail. Like in the daylight, it looks completely different, but you can hear things behind you shuffling. So like up in these hills, they talk about those waters. You know what I mean? Being present, you got to be careful. There's a lot of witchcraft done up here, a lot of rituals. There's a lot of stuff. We were sitting right here, bro. And fucking, I kid you not, bro, we saw something shuffling through this, right through here, bro. See where the trash can is? Yeah. It went right behind that fucking bush right there next to the cactus, dude.
To start the investigation, the group began a spirit box session, speaking into the darkness and hoping to reach whatever might still remain there.
If there's any spirits here with us, can you connect with us? Can you make any certain sound? The spirit box, you can connect. Is there anyone with us right now? What's your name? L? C?
The device gave broken responses and names, including Gerald, Ivy, and Christina, before the session turned darker when a cold, sharp voice issued a direct threat, saying it would make them suffer. Disturbed, the group felt the negative energy had become too strong, shut off the device, and kept climbing the dark trail.
I'll make you suffer.
You're not allowed to do that. You're allowed to stay. You're not allowed to follow us home. You're allowed to stay here at this place.
I said we come with respect. We're not trying to cause any trouble or anything like that.
Yeah, I think that's the reason why, because there's a lot of going on right now. Like, them are playing around over there. We're not really being serious about it. Christina, you still here with us? Oh, well, let's try somewhere else, I guess. Thank you, Christina.
All right, thank you. Goodbye.
All right, guys. So I'm going to start recording. We already got a little bit of some activity going on. We got a name of Gerald, and a woman's name, Ivy and Christina. Remember those names? Heather.
As they moved farther into the hills, the tension grew stronger. A foul, sharp smell they believed was human filled the air, and they repeatedly heard footsteps following close behind. Their fear increased when a rock was suddenly thrown out of the darkness, landing dangerously close and proving they were not alone.
Do you guys smell that? Yeah. Like piss? It's not animal piss though.
It's fucking
Human
yeah,
piss.
the brightest one I have is the one that fucking Brian's using right now. What the fuck was that? Was that you?
No.
That was you, bro.
No.
Don't fuck with me, guys. Was that you or not? Tell me, dude. That's great.
Nah, someone threw a rock.
Oh, fuck you guys.
Hold on, I keep like hearing footsteps.
Near the top, one member noticed something disturbing against the skyline. At first, it seemed like a strange tree shape, but as they focused the camera, the figures started moving in a way none of them could explain.
What is it?
What the freak is that? Yeah. Oh, nah, bro. That thing's like looking at us, bro.
What is it? It's a tree, bro.
Nah, bro. It's because don't look at it directly, bro. Look kind of up and you can see it.
Very top, like someone's standing right there, waiting for us. It's a tree, bro.
Something just fucking. Oh, nah, bro. Nah, bro. No. That thing's moving, bro.
It rocked unnaturally, then suddenly jerked to the right as a loud noise came from its direction. Realizing it was not a tree or any animal they recognized, and believing something was waiting near the peak, the group ended the investigation and hurried back down the hill.
Bro, hey, that shit just fucking moved to the right.
What the fuck? Oh, did you hear that? Dude, something just fucking moved right there, dude. Oh, dude.
All right, we're in the safe zone. We don't see it no more, bro, because... All right, give me a sec. I'm kind of upset. We didn't get to go up, but the thing that we saw was not really human being. It was not an animal. I think it was something like witchcraft shit. I think it was some witchcraft.
Even though they escaped Haunted Hills safely, the sight of the moving figure remained with them. What they witnessed that night is still uncertain. Was it a spirit tied to the hill's violent past? Something linked to ritual activity? Or an unknown presence altogether? They left with more questions than answers. But one thing felt clear. Their experience at Haunted Hills was something they would not forget anytime soon. On October 9th, 2021, Professional downhill rider Loic Bruni joins more than 150 competitors at Red Bull Campo Madness, uploaded on the Loic Bruni YouTube channel. The video is captured entirely through a GoPro, putting viewers directly inside a mass start downhill race where speed and danger collide. What starts as an explosive launch quickly becomes unpredictable, as tight lines, dust, and rider mistakes shape every second of the run. As the course drops steeper, the race tightens even more. Riders squeeze past each other at a close distance, with every move depending more on timing than open space. Then, in one sudden moment, the group is hit with the kind of scene no rider ever wants to witness.
OTB direct! Oh, ça va, excuse. Allez les gars, soudez! Allez, 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 on s'entend bien! Allez, Pompon! Allez, Pompon, allez, allez! Allez, allez, Pompon! Allez! Mec, où tu vas? Allez les gars! Magnifique! Magnifique! Laisse-moi aller! Allez, allez, reprends, reprends! Merde, pas grave! Baby! Classe, bien mec! Y'a de la casse! Ouais, ça passe! Propre! Je peux pas faire mieux.
On a steep downhill section, the riders approach a sharp right-hand turn from above. One rider ahead commits early and cuts across the line, striking another rider who has not fully cleared the corner yet. The collision sends the rear rider down hard into the dust, with bikes tangling as a cloud bursts across the track. The pack compresses immediately, forcing others to brake or dodge while the race continues forward.
Excuse! Allez, allez mec! Allez mec! Ah, il a cassé la chaîne!
Oh, il a déjà brûlé! Putain, laisse-le passer!
Ça rien, t'inquiète. Ah, je craque! Ah, je suis mort. Sa mère! YouTube! T'inquiète, c'est bon. Excuse me. Ouais, merci man. Wow. Magnifique.
In the final stretch, fatigue begins to take over. Riders keep battling for position until the last moments, driving through the finish as the chaos finally turns into relief and quiet. Viewers often point out how aggressive the riding feels, questioning how many crashes happen just outside the frame, while Bruni keeps pushing ahead without slowing down. If this is what the front camera captures, what kind of chaos is happening behind him completely out of sight? On December 29th, 2024, the YouTube channel Smithereens, known for visiting remote and disturbing places, heads deep into Utah's rugged backcountry. What starts as a calm search through ancient caves gradually becomes uneasy, as the landscape begins showing signs that feel far from natural.
We're currently on a cave that Ty showed us. It's really insane. We found bones inside, which was really weird. We were taking in this absolutely just gorgeous view here for a few minutes, but now it's time to go to a different cave. It's supposedly got artifacts and all sorts of things in it, so we're going to take a look at that. Carl's talking about the bones right now that we're finding in there. Something about it's weird, guys. It's really weird. Like, I don't get a good feeling.
It doesn't look human to me. It's like, I don't know. Human, it's like a little kid or something. Is this a skinwalker cave?
Yeah, now we gotta start asking the question, why did Ty take us here?
Yeah, what is their bones doing up in here, man?
Yeah, Ty's the skinwalker. Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, you lured us in here for this. That's creepy, man.
That's pretty creepy.
It's specifically put there for sure. Somebody placed those things.
Yeah. It's weird, just the little alcove. We found these bones in here, which is really bizarre. This is an old Native American cave, and Ty said these were not here, or at least he didn't notice them. So I don't know if I should be touching them, but it's really, really weird. It's almost like makes me think of like an offering or something. Huh. Right? So I took a pee break. I didn't see anything, but man, I feel like something could be watching me on that ridgeline, especially with what we encountered last night. Like, imagine, that's a scary thought. There's bones in the tree. There's a skull, a vertebrae, a pelvis. There's a full skeleton in the tree.
It is all placed in there. The spinal column and the head. Or that's like the Yeah, that's a deer up top. It's a pelvis. That is the body of a deer.
Why is it in the tree?
6 feet up in a tree.
At the bottom of the cave. And why are the other bones up there?
There's still like kind of meat on it, dude. This is like as skinwalker as it gets, man. You didn't put this here, Ty?
No.
You didn't set this up for
Nope.
us?
I
You
wish
swear?
I thought of it. Yeah, I swear. I wish I thought of it.
Dude, that's creepy, man.
That's really creepy.
Inside a shallow cave, the group starts describing the area as a possible skinwalker cave. Disturbed by how strange the setting appears, they find scattered bones across the ground. At first, they wonder if some of them could be human. Nearby, a complete animal skeleton is discovered high on a tree branch, placed in a way that seems intentional. At that point, they still think this discovery is the most unsettling part of the day.
Alright, so we're currently in the soot cave. Fire going on. We're putting together some metate pieces. Pretty crazy. Now, Carl did say that he thought he had heard something scurry past outside of the
I'm
cave.
pretty sure that I heard something run past the opening of the cave, but it was like 40 yards out.
Look, one thing I've learned, when Carl says something, it's serious. Carl does not just say things.
I kept quiet for a minute. I just wanted to see, but it's probably just a deer, coyote, or something.
I mean, yeah, we'll just ignore the bones and, you know. Yeah.
Did it sound like something moved through the bushes?
Yeah, it sounded big. Right. Dude, I'm telling you, Carl's no joke. Every time I'm with Carl.
There might be something out there.
Yeah, I heard something.
Weird energy up here. Yeah.
I didn't want
I usually keep real quiet about when I
to read you
things like
into it too much, but that way.
that. I know. Let's not project any fear either.
Do you see that?
That goes way in there, like 20 feet back in there.
I'll go in.
It sounded like a scuff of dirt in there, though.
It did.
You want to stick your face in that hole, dude? Go ahead. I'll film it.
Here we go. It's always me.
Why could I? I'm the designated cameraman now. Ty, get ready to grab his ankles. Hello? Does it just go straight back?
Yeah, probably about 10, 15 feet, and then it dead ends.
Really?
There's nothing in there.
Weird. It doesn't get wider. It only got me a little bit.
There's a snake in your boots.
There's a snake in my boot.
Hello?
See, it's when we get talking about it.
Uh-huh.
Like you're chumming for sharks.
Uh-huh.
Be careful.
What of you guys? I'll catch up with you guys in a minute. I'm just going to sit tight for a minute. All right, so Carl and Ty just branched off. They went somewhere over that direction. There's their light. It kind of looks like eyes behind me. That's bizarre. All right, we're going to ignore it. I kind of just wanted to stay in this meadow just for a minute by myself. I don't want to say make myself bait, but I don't know. I kind of want to take it in and like just be here alone for a minute, see what happens. So if anything happens, I'll obviously put it in the video. If nothing happens, well, yeah. See if we see anything on the mountainside.
While they are inside the cave, a sudden sound rushes past the entrance. It is heavy, fast, and close like something large forcing its way through the brush. Nothing can be seen moving. The group later talks about skinwalker lore, including the belief that such entities may follow people who disturb certain places, causing nightmares and unexplained activity long after they leave. Only afterward do they realize the sound may not have been a warning, but a reaction. Carl decides to remain behind alone in the open meadow while the others continue ahead. After he calls out, several pairs of reflective eyes appear on the hillside between them. They do not act like normal wildlife. He watches in silence, understanding that this response feels unlike anything they have experienced before. Wild animals are still a possible explanation, but the timing and reactions leave behind uncomfortable questions. If nothing was there, why did something appear only after it was acknowledged? That's it for tonight. Which moment creep? Drop it in the comments. Have your own story. Share it with us, and stay tuned. The next one is even darker.